Yo, what's up everybody? So in today's video, right, I want to go over some phrases that you might have heard before. And when you hear these things, right, it'll make you feel a type of way. And you don't know why. You can't put your finger on it. It's things that women have probably said to you in conversations in the past. And when they say it to you, right, it'll kind of make you feel a type of way. Make you question yourself, make you doubt yourself, make you feel guilty. It'll have some kind of resonating effect with you. And I don't know if there's a book out there that'll teach women these phrases and they know these little catchphrases to insert into their conversation. For some reason, universally, they hear this across the board from certain types of women in certain types of situations. And I promise you, when I'm done with this video, you're going to be aware of them. And when you start hearing them, you're going to start paying attention and saying to yourself, damn. Oh, so that's what's going on. So in this video, I want to give you some examples of what some of those phrases sound like so that when you do hear them, you could pay attention and you could be aware of what's actually happening, especially in the context of when she's trying to gain control over you or manipulate you or make you feel a type of way. These are 30 phrases that you probably hear, and if you do hear them, you need to pay attention and ask yourself, why is she really saying these things to you? I had to make notes and take notes just for you guys, but I did create this list. It's probably more. I might make another video in the future, but for now, here's the 30 phrases or things a woman might say to you that you need to pay attention and look out for. I'm going to try and go through this list quick because there's a lot of them. Number 1, that's different. Now, I know a lot of you heard it said before. Your girl might try and tell you something that you did to her. And then you might be like, well, yo, I mean, you know, in this situation, look at what you did. And she might hit you with oh, that's different. Like it's a double standard to everything. Like, for instance, she might be texting her ex, but then she might tell you, oh, well, it's different if I text my ex because we have history together. Or, well, it'll be some kind of highfalutin nonsense that she'll tell you. At the end of the day, it's a huge double standard. And it's just a tool to justify disrespectful behavior. So if you hear her say, that's different, pay attention. Now, number 2, a real man would... wherever, insert blank here. A real man will pay for everything and you ain't gotta get nothing in return. At the end of the day, she just try and create her definition of whatever masculinity is to serve her purpose. When she say a real man would and it's followed by anything, you need to pay attention. At the end of the day, you gotta set your own standards. You can't let her dictate what it means to be a man. All she's telling you is that a real man makes whatever sacrifice it is that she wants for her benefit at your expense. So if she say a real man would, pay attention. Now, number 3. If you love me, you would, wherever, insert blank here again. All she doing is using love as a weapon to get what she wants. She try and manipulate you and make you feel a type of way by making you feel like if you don't do what it is that she wants you to do, you don't love her. That's manipulation 101. If she say, if you love me, you would, pay attention. Now, number 4. Oh, you just being insecure. This one here to be funny. Girls love to use the word insecure. Sometimes don't even be in context. You're just being insecure. Half the time they tell you being insecure for setting healthy boundaries. If you ever tell you being insecure, you need to ask yourself why. Is she just trying to justify some kind of disrespectful behavior? Or are you actually doing something that's unreasonable? If you ain't doing nothing unreasonable and all you're doing is setting your standards for what you need as a man and she wants to be disrespectful and use that as a justification, pay attention. Now here's number 5. She might not use these words in this way, but at the end of the day, the message is this. You overreacting or you doing too much. If you have her say that, and she's just using it to justify some type of disrespectful behavior, you need to pay attention. She'll tell you something like, oh, well, so if I was texting homeboy, I wasn't sleeping with him, you overreacting. It's some type of disrespectful behavior that she's trying to justify and she's trying to gaslight you to making you feel like you're doing something that you're not. You're not overreacting. You're responding with your boundaries, and she's trying to justify it. Pay attention. Now, number 6. You should just trust me. This one here to be funny. She'll have a partner texting her at 4 o'clock in the morning, you know, in her phone right next to you. And then you say, yo, what going on here, man? You try to call out on it and you say like, yo, let me see what's going on. Let me see the conversation. Oh, you need to just trust me. Trust you what? You sitting right next to me in my bed, 4 o'clock in the morning, texting another man and I should just trust you? You must think I'm crazy. If she getting defensive instead of trying to reassure you, that's a big red flag. Again, you should just trust me. If she said that to you, pay attention. Now here's number 7. And this is another type of gaslighting. She'll say something along the lines that they say, oh, you're just making it up in your head. She'll try and use this to make it seem like you're going crazy. Like you'll see her doing something, you know. She over there, she across the way, she talking to some other guy. She touching his arm, she smiling, she laughing. She's clearly flirting with him. And then you press her about it, you talk to her about it, and she'll try and hit you with this. Like, oh, you're just being paranoid, you're just making things up in your head. She'll try and make it seem like you're not seeing what you know you're seeing. If she tell you, oh, you're just making things up in your head, pay attention. Number 8, just like number 7. You being paranoid. Same situation. Again, you dig in. You try to call out about it. She's like, oh, you really think I'll cheat on you? You're just being paranoid. Again, you're making things up in your head. You're just being paranoid. These are phrases these girls will use to try and get you thinking you crazy. That's why I'm giving them to you now so that when they say them, you can recognize it and you can pay attention. Now, number 9. I don't see the big deal with whatever. All she trying to do is see how much she could get away with. Oh, it's just a girls' night out. I don't see the big deal about it. Why you getting so mad for if I just want to go out and have a good time? Most of these phrases and statements I'm going to use is either to try and justify some type of disrespectful behavior, cross some kind of line or boundary that you have for yourself, or try to make you feel a type of way or guilt trip you into something that she wants. So on to the next one, number 10. I was just joking. Relax. This is a way she'll test your boundaries, right? While keeping some kind of escape route in there, you know. She'll be like, oh, you actually got mad? I was just joking. Like, she'll do something that she know going to piss you off. And then she'll try and hit you with that. Oh, I was just joking. You ain't mad. You actually mad? Now, number 11. She'll try and hit you with something like, oh, you just overthinking or you thinking too much into it. Now, when she say this, all she doing is instead of addressing your concern, she try and make it seem like you're the problem. Like, you doing too much. Like, you just too much in your head. Like, so why if I have a bunch of guy best friends, you just overthinking things? She'll try and make it seem like you're the problem. Now, number 12. I just want what's best for us, babe. This one here funny. Let's say you want to go and do something with your boys, right? You want to go to the gym or wherever. And she's like, babe, I don't think you should go to the gym with those guys. I don't really like how them man talk. I don't like how they carry themselves. I think you should stop going to the gym with them. I just want what's best for us. Listen, that's manipulation. All she's trying to do is justify her wants and make it seem like it's doing what's best for the both of you guys. When really, it's just what she wants. Now, number 13. Oh, if I have to explain it, then never mind. All she's doing here is trying to avoid communication like an adult and get you to chase her approval. Oh, if I have to explain why I'm upset, then never mind. All that is manipulation. If you hear her say, if I have to explain it, never mind. Pay attention. Now, number 14. Do whatever you want. That one there, right? All she's trying to do is make you feel guilty. She's saying that to you so that you could feel bad about doing what it is that you want. She'll be like, fine, do whatever you want. I don't care anymore. She does care. Pay attention. Now, number 15. It might not be in these words, but it's going to be something along the lines of, I feel like you're not prioritizing me. I feel like you ain't putting me first. Like, for example, like, I feel like you're not prioritizing me. You're going to the gym every day. She's trying to frame it like your self-improvement is some form of neglect to her. So you should start choosing her over your own goals and your own priorities in life. Okay, now I try and get on this list as quick as I can. So number 16. If you don't do it, someone else will. Oh, if you don't pay my bills, I'll just find a man that will. Alright, big shot, go ahead. Because at the end of the day, all she's doing is trying to threaten you into submission to do what she wants you to do. Fire for that. Pay attention. Number 17. I just need you to step up and blank. This is just coded women language to tell you she wants you to do it the way that she wants you to do it. Now, number 18. Oh, I only telling you this because I care about you. Let me give you an example. Oh, I don't want you to hang out with those friends. I just don't think they're good for you. I ain't telling you this to control you. I just telling you this because I care about you. You gotta watch out for that one there because she hiding her control behind concern. Again, pay attention. I think I get into this list pretty quick, you know. Number 19. You should want to do this for me. Oh, you should want to do this thing for me. Not because I asked you to, but because you should want to do it for me. She try and make it seem like it's an issue or desire when really, all she trying to do is make you prove your love without her kind of like explicitly demanding it. Okay, we're almost there, home stretch. Number 20. I just think it's funny how. If you hear her say that, I just think it's funny how, be prepared for what's coming next. She'll hit you with something like, I ain't mad enough. I just think it's funny how you had time to text your friend, but not me. All she doing right is she mad enough. And she's just using sarcasm and passive aggressiveness to try and guilt trip you and make you feel bad into doing what it is she wants you to do. What number we on? Yeah, 21. I think we need a break. This one here, this is a big problem. Because if you start hearing your girl tell you she need a break, 9 out of 10 times the relationship on the way out. So this is one you really gotta pay attention to. If she tell you I think we need a break, pay attention. All she wanna do at this point, she wanna go and explore her options without fully cutting you off. She wanna be able to be justified and doing some kind of nasty shit, but still have you in her back pocket just in case things don't work out. If you hear her say we need a break, you really need to pay attention. This is a major red flag. Now, number 22. I just don't want to waste my time. This is when they say something to you, right? Like, oh, I just don't want to waste my time, so I need to know where this head going. All she's trying to do is force you into a decision or committing to something because she want to make it seem like she don't want to settle for nothing less. If she tell you she don't want to waste her time, then by all means, let that woman go and find someone else that ain't going to waste her time. Now, number 23. I just don't see the problem with wherever it is that come out of her mouth after that. Like, so what if I hanging out with my ex-boyfriend? I don't see the problem. What do you mean you don't see the problem? All she doing is playing dumb to avoid accountability. She sees the problem. Trust me, she sees the problem. Now, number 24. She'll hit you with something like, well, I wouldn't be acting like this if you didn't make me whatever. Or like, I wouldn't be mad like this if you didn't piss me off. Or I wouldn't be upset if you didn't make me mad. Or at the end of the day, she just try and blame you for her actions. She ain't taking accountability. She just try and flip it on you. So if you ever say, well, I wouldn't be this way if you didn't make me, pay attention. Number 25. I don't want to change you. I just want you to improve. So she'll say something like, I love you for who you are, you know. I just wish you would do this or do that better. All she telling you is that she does want you to change, you know. She just don't want to tell you outright. So she gonna tell it to you in this kind of sneaky way. And what it really does, it'll kind of chip away at your identity, but it'll make it seem like she's being supportive. So this one here kind of low key, so you really gotta pay attention for that one. Now number 26. I don't want to be in a relationship where I have to beg for the bare minimum. She'll hit you with something like, oh, well, I shouldn't have to ask you to do this thing for me. That's the bare minimum of a relationship. All she's trying to do is make you feel like a failure. Like you ain't living up to some type of basic relationship standard. Now number 27. Oh, I know my what? She'll hit you with something like, oh, I know my what? I ain't settling for a man that don't prioritize me 24/7. All she doing in that situation is weaponizing her self-worth as a way to justify her entitlement and her unrealistic expectations of you in the relationship. It's a phrase that kind of meant to put you on the defensive and make you prove now why she's worth it. So if you hear her say that, pay attention. Now number 28. I shouldn't have to teach you how to treat me. In healthy relationships, right, there has to be clear communication and you do have to learn about each other. All she's doing when she says this is she's trying to avoid clear communication. It's almost like she's trying to pin you out as a bad guy for failing to read her mind. When in reality, she's the problem and she's just trying to make you feel like you're not doing enough. Now number 29. I don't want to pressure you, but once you hear that but, just know she is absolutely pressuring you. She's just trying to do it in a way that's polite and justified. So if you say, I don't want to pressure you, but listen to whoever comes after that but. Now, number 30. Listen, if you've made it all the way to the end of this video, round of applause for you. You are the ones I do this for. I appreciate you guys. Number 30. If you really knew me, you would know why this is important. Whatever it is that she's saying to you after that, just know all she's doing is trying to make it seem like whatever unreasonable demand that she have at that time is really a test to see how well you know her and make you feel guilty if you don't do it. So if you hear her say that, now you know what she's doing. So if you hear your girl say any of these things to you, pay attention. Just know that these are phrases and words used as tactics, as manipulation, as control to get the results that they want out of you in that moment. Now, it's not every single instance that they use these phrases they will be used for evil. Trust me, sometimes they do come up in conversation. Again, context is important. But a lot of the times, if you hear these phrases, I just want your spidey sense to start tingling so that you could pay attention to the context of what's happening. If she's saying any of these things as a way to justify some type of bad behavior or justify some type of disrespect or cross a line or a boundary that you have for yourself, that's when you need to pay attention. Again, I'm not making these videos just so that you could be like a robot and follow these rules and if she says this, you need to break up with her. Nah. I'm just trying to give you more information so that you could develop the mindset that you need in order to navigate this treacherous and crazy dating landscape that we're in. So watch this video a few times. Go over all these phrases that I mentioned. Some of them are subtle, some of them are a bit more on the nose. At the end of the day, once you learn these, you should be able to recognize them in conversation and in situations and understand how they're being used against you. So I hope this video was helpful, man. If you're going through a situation, I do offer one-on-one coaching. The link is available in the description. Also, if you have a friend and you know he's going through vibes with your girl and you're having a hard time, send him some of my videos, man. Put him onto the channel. We want to make sure that we empowering each other so that we have the understanding, the knowledge, the information, and the mindset that we need to navigate these types of situations. Follow TBL to the wall on all platforms. And again, if you have a topic or a situation you'd like me to make a video about, shoot me an email or drop it in the comments below. So until the next one, man, it's TBL to the wall. You don't know. Bless.
Yeah, hear me now. TBL, them can't stop way. Can't hold me down. Enough of them a pray for lightning shock way. And we see we lifeless on the ground, so we bring